reading. Also, if the race for immortality comes down to deciding what corporation rules the universe, then I'm officially saying no thanks to immortality. Just in case you didn't know, we are currently in space! I love when sci-fi shows give us exact dates, so when the day finally arrives, we can all look around and say, well, that could have been cooler. Story in the Alien universe starts with the ship's crew groggily coming out of a cryosleep in their underwear. Cliché.
Say that's Weyland-Yutani.
That's us.
Yeah, that's who we work for.
Oh, okay.
Deciding to deliver the "this is the Weyland-Yutani crew" exposition this way instead of just putting it in the text on the screen. And would we have sent that text for making us read? Yes. Yes, we would.
There's 4 companies. They govern the entire globe.
2025.
Youngest trillionaire ever.
And yet he can't afford a pair of shoes.
Corners are down. Looks like the log files are corrupted.
Well, it's probably just a glitch. I can have a look.
No.
Because in an alien story aboard a Weyland-Yutani ship, what could possibly go wrong if you don't have a working communication system?
Specimens are the mission.
Easy for you to say, cyborg. We lost a lot of good men getting them. And for what? So the company can put into our breakfast cereal to control our minds?
Weyland-Yutani facehugger flakes. They're great! So the whole crew woke up just to go back into cryosleep after dinner? The crew of these ships go into cryosleep because space missions are long and lifespans are short. So that means that either these specimens, which apparently do not go into cryosleep, will either be very old or very dead by the end of this 65-year mission. Moon, Earth, Sun, excitement? Discount Timothy all. Holy sh**.
What are you gonna do with it?
What do you think we should do with it?
Answering questions with more questions. Also putting this responsibility on a kid who didn't know what a scorpion was 2 seconds ago.
What is it? Is it gonna hurt?
No, told you. It's just like falling asleep.
Playing the pronoun game to keep us on the edge of our seats about what it is. And for the record, we are not on the edge of our seats. We're just annoyed they're playing the pronoun game. Person working on this wall is wearing a mask because clearly their work is creating some hazardous fumes. Yet this doctor walks her sick, dying, and extremely important patient right next to it.
Not just an astronaut. He was the first man to set foot on the moon. You're gonna be the first too.
I'm going to the moon?
No, silly.
Laughing at a terminally ill young girl who you're about to use as a lab rat.
You're gonna be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
I hope he's just saying this for the audience's benefit. Otherwise, this minor has been recruited for this experiment without her even knowing what was about to happen to her.
Do you want to see a magic trick? Yeah. It's pretty cool, right?
It is not.
He can't see me.
No.
Because it's a secret, what we're doing.
Yes.
Take notes, future screenwriters. If you don't want exposition as information, just have one character spontaneously lose their memory of everything that is happening around them so they can ask clarifying questions. Episode has time for this.
So what am I? If I'm not human, what am I?
Whatever you want to be.
Well, she can't be a fish, or a bird, or a truck, or even a human. Giving children unrealistic expectations early in life leads to disappointment. Giving children in super strong, nearly indestructible android bodies unrealistic expectations early in life leads to android uprisings.
Question?
I want to be a scientist when I grow up.
Okay. That's not a question.
Kids. We are now getting a montage of all the different children transitioning into their new synthetic bodies. It's unclear how much time has passed, but it presumably happens over a short amount of time. Each synthetic body may not be an exact match to the child's, but they all match their gender and race. So my question is, did they pick these children based on the bodies they already created? Or is there a Build-A-Synth workshop out back cranking them out on demand? We now return to the Maginot, where we are about to find out that this episode has yada yada'd what was apparently an interesting and eventful 4 months.
Let me in! Laurel! Why are you doing this?
Staying in one spot and making a bunch of noise instead of finding a hiding place once it's clear your crewmate has betrayed you and there's about to be a f***ing alien right behind you. Is a fight scene that doesn't consist mostly of darkness and seizure-inducing edits too much to ask? I know this is Disney, but it's not an MCU movie. The alien manages to break the glass, and instead of attempting to crawl through this quite spacious hole, it starts pulling the door open because reasons.
Mother, I need the impact room.
Collision imminent.
Maybe the point is that they only want the synth who has inevitably locked itself in with Mother to survive, but if Weyland-Yutani put these handy little impact-resistant spider holes all over the ship, maybe their crew attrition rate wouldn't be so high.
Collision imminent.
2 hits from the alien is able to dent the metal this badly. With how fanatically it's going after him, this bunker would have definitely been torn apart by now. Or at the very least by the time they get to Earth. Look at how far away they are. In case you confused it with New Siam Lower Decks City.
Well, he's a medic, like a doctor. Dad used to always say that. Medic's pretty cool. He's really good at it, too.
Weird Clunky narrated exposition introducing a new character is weird and clunky.
I miss eating.
I miss when this character was interesting. I think the most disturbing aspect to the series might be that Ice Age Continental Drift has remained in the public consciousness this far into the future. The ball in this one-on-one rooftop basketball game is one bad rebound from flying over the edge and potentially causing major traffic problems on the street below. The spaceship crash is fun and all, but with nobody steering and setting a proper descent trajectory, it's way more likely that the Maginot would have burnt up in the atmosphere instead of crashing to the ground intact.
All right, by the book. Locate the survivors, evacuate the wounded, secure the site.
The fact that there is a book on how to deal with spaceships that crash into cities suggests it must happen with some frequency. That being the case, maybe it's time to invest in some sort of orbital solution that can stop the rain of spaceships that keep dropping from the sky.
Back, check your weapons.
Although I'm sure that in this case, it will turn out that it's a good idea. Is there a reason why a team looking for crash survivors would go in armed?
Yes, sir.
Go. I'm not a trained rescue worker. I know you're shocked, but I'm pretty sure there are protocols about not entering or even getting close to a building that's clearly about to collapse. And if there aren't, there should be.
Keep up.
Keep up with what? Aren't they supposed to be doing a thorough sweep for people who need help? This is a search and rescue mission, not a race.
I've got voices down here.
I'm not sure how you could possibly tell over all the sparks and the very loud wall advertisements that for some reason are still running when all the other power seems to be off.
Sir, can you hear me?
Trying to get the attention of the victim of a crushing injury by beating on his chest. Wendy is watching footage of the crash site, but when we were following around Joe earlier, there were no cameras around.
Send them.
Send.
Yeah. The Lost Boys. Let's see how they handle the stress.
Considering that, up until now, everyone at Prodigy has been very clear that this technology is top secret, Boy is being pretty cavalier about sending his prototype synths out into what is likely a very public situation.
Sir, they're not first responders. They're still in the prototype stage. The loss of a single unit would be devastating.
Adam would be excellent at sending expensive synths with the minds of children on dangerous rescue missions, Sins. And then finally, for these synthetic humans, we should make their backs magnetic. Sir, hear me out. If they need a sword, they can just stick it to their backs. Doesn't that sound awesome? But what about other things sticking to their backs? That somehow won't be a problem at all. So let's do it. My thoughts exactly. How do most of these cages survive the crash? In fact, how is their power keeping these cages locked?
Check this out.
You better come take a look at this cliche.
He's been shot. 2 to the body, 1 to the head.
Not seen any gunshot wounds. If I'm outside and the tiniest blade of grass grazes my leg, I immediately scream, jump, and scrub at my legs because I think it's a spider. How did this man not feel anything?
Dude, this building's gonna come down any second.
If that's true, then maybe you and your team should have been moving with a little more urgency instead of taking a slow, leisurely tour of the ship.
Command, are you seeing this?
If the team is in audio-visual contact with Command, I guess Command didn't notice that Murrow had captured 2 of the team because plot?
Something crawled out of here.
What does that mean? We gotta find what made that trail.
Do you, though? If the building's about to collapse and there are no survivors of the crash, maybe you should just call it a day and not follow the blood trail of whatever it was that left a 6-inch hole in a person's chest and the glass of the cryo tube. Not doing a thorough enough search to discover a dead monster before you go chasing what is probably a live monster.
Where's it gone? I can't see it.
Bug that's been crawling around on Hoyt, doing nothing for over 5 minutes, has an impeccable sense of dramatic timing.
Humanity, your lives were short and filled with fear. Then your brains grew.
Citation needed.
Look at you! Ship all banged up! Who's the man?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The Scorpion.
Mother Nature's finest killer, Mr. Wint.
One is never too old to learn from a master, Mr. Kidd.
The size of that thing.
Cut the shot on Red 2.
It speaks to me.
I'll be here the whole time, okay?
Promise?
Promise.
Can you move, please? I need to begin.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I was not prepared for this.